Welcome back to my little nightmares, me Quay Nightmare, and you might hear a lot of stuff outside, but I literally went outside today. Shocking, I know. Me and my mom went to get breakfast, that's why. We went to McDonald's and probably get donuts, but I want to tell you something. Make it less noisy. I want to tell you something that I have been putting up a poll for the Arised Effect. I liked reading it, but the problem was that when I was reading it, it got really graphic in the mirror when it was nothing really pertaining to the story. I wanted to cut all of that out and then just redo the series and probably delete all my episodes that I already have and just, well, probably not the first one, but the second and my third one, delete all the scenes in the mirror and just get to the story, because when I looked ahead and it gets so into the relationship that the mirror parts do not help it at all. So I was wondering if you wanted me to do that or just erase them all together. And that's on my poll right there. Just comment down below or on my poll to say that you want that. So today we're reading a new Drarry story? I think it is. Go away, I want to read my Drarry. I'm sorry, but I've read too much of you. Literally almost read the whole thing. And it's pretty good. Drarry, A Cute Beginning. And it's a complete story. It's by a __otaku_and_proud__. Super cute and fluffy. Yeah, fluffy. Fan fiction following Draco and Harry as they slowly fall for each other and gets a little smutty. The author's note: this was my first ever fanfic that I wrote purely for myself as a testing the waters thing. While I am extremely happy for entering this new world for me, a fanfic, this particular story reads like a one-shot, and it definitely lacks a character development, and things happen a little too fast at points. I hope you will enjoy this little piece, but please keep in mind that it was my first, and it's definitely a bit rough around the edges. Thanks, guys. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Ron was having a mental breakdown. This had become a regular occurrence for Ron, and Harry was trying to comfort him again. Ron was lying across one of the plush velvet benches, practically a couch, that had somehow found their way into the library. He was a complete mess, face bright red and blotchy, like he had just been crying. Ron had taken to completing this ritual daily in the company of Harry, who he used as someone to spill all his feelings to. I just love her so much, you know, Ron wailed as Harry awkwardly tried to pat his friend's shoulder. Harry was trying his best to give Ron his full attention, but a streak of blonde had sped past in the corner of his vision. Every evening, when Ron took to the bench, Harry was there without a veil. He would never want to admit to his friend that it wasn't a 100% selfless act, and the part of what kept him there was the hope that he could see the rest of what made up that blonde streak. As Ron continued to blubber his way through another round of lovesick woes, Hermione came rushing into the library, her curls bouncing this way and that way. Ron, Harry, I was practicing for potions class again in the bathroom. McGonagall has been on me again about bringing the substances into the dorms, and I need one of you to test out my potion for me. Hermione puffs out the sentence and then turns on her heel, ready to race out again. Well, come on then. Meet me there in 5. With Hermione now out of sight, Ron bolts upright, rubbing hurriedly at his eyes. I think I'm gonna go. Ron blushes and Harry laughs, batting him away as Ron quickly gets up to follow Hermione. Gosh, how he wanted to love someone as hard as Ron loved Hermione. Harry sighs slightly, chuckles to himself as he moves to open his textbook on the table. Sorry, I had to drink some of my icy. The night is still young, and he knows that there is lots of work he needs to get done before class tomorrow. Knowing this, Harry still can't help but look up, feeling eyes on him. The blur of blonde is now still. His eyes met Harry's across the room. Draco. Red blooms on Draco's cheeks. He quickly disappears behind a set of bookshelves. Harry quickly averts his eyes, staring back down at his textbook, not wanting to think about Draco's reaction. Was Draco blushing, or was Harry simply imagining it? And the thought made his insides squirm slightly. There was no way. Harry had definitely imagined it. He refocused on his textbook, pulling himself away from the present. He couldn't let himself get distracted again. Harry slowly worked his way through his set homework questions, and as time went by, he felt himself dozing off. He fully intended to go back to his dorm for the night, but first he promised himself that he would finish the last 2 questions on the page. A warmth that had spread its way across his shoulders. Harry noticed, suddenly aware that his neck was killing him. He had been sleeping cheek to textbook, but he was so very comfy where he was, and the thought of going anywhere had not crossed his mind. Although now that he thought about it, the blanket that was draped around his shoulders had not been there before. The warmth that he had felt had only been placed there so without moving. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Did you get donuts?
They didn't look right, but we can go down and look.
Okay.
Can you look up what,
Yeah, I will. BRB. Sorry for that interruption. This is hours later, by the way. But here we go. The warmth that he had felt that had only just been placed there. So without moving the rest of his body, Harry slowly inched his eyes open. The back of the blonde's head was retreating out of the library doors. A waft of a musk he knew so well lingering in the air. Closing his eyes without quite realizing Harry had fallen asleep, only this time with the faintest tug of a smile on his lips. Okay, that was cute. That's a nice way to open. Chapter 2. It was the next day, and classes had been running smoothly all day. All that was left in Harry's class schedule was potions class with Professor Snape. Hermione was buzzing. Not even Snape could bring down her mood. He was even maybe secretly impressed when Hermione had presented her new potion formula and a vial of it to class. Ron was similarly impressed, his cheeks glowing in pride at the sight of Hermione's success. Today in potions class, they had all been working through a whole list of formulas, removing one ingredient in a recipe each time to see how it affected the overall outcome of the potion. They had been working in pairs, a random draw from class roll. Harry had been working happily alongside Dean Thomas when Snape called out to the class that partners were switching. Harry was still concentrating on the potion he was in the middle of making, so he hadn't realized that his new partner list had been called. "Hey, Half-Blood, shove it! If you take much longer than this, the end of term will be done. We'll be here." My goodness. Draco grumbles at Dean, who quickly leaves. Silence falls over the table. "Hey, oi, Potter," Draco is saying, becoming more disgruntled. Draco lifts up his finger and starts prodding Harry's cheek. Having not been aware of everything that had gone down over the last few minutes, the shock of Draco's finger touching his cheek startles Harry. In this state of shock, Harry accidentally lets go of the vial he was holding, the contents hitting the two boys where it was smashed on the floor. "What was that for, Potter? You got stuff all over me. Now my robes is going to be..." Draco trails off as he noticed his body was started to become translucent. "I was making an invisibility potion," Harry awkwardly mumbles, looking down at his own body, which is now more barely visible. At this point, Snape was become aware of the goings on at Draco and Harry's table. "Potter and Malfoy, so you are the big bunch of dunderheads I usually have to teach. Go sit outside of the classroom until the potion wears off. Now." Harry and Draco quickly exited the classroom, moving to sit on the small bench that sits right outside. "I'm really sorry, Malfoy. I didn't mean it. I was just shocked is all." Harry trembles slightly embarrassed to be making mistakes once more in potions class. Draco is silent for a moment before he scoots closer to Harry on the bench, his left leg now pressed into Harry's. "I know," Draco says softly. The two are now completely invisible. Harry tries to reach into his pocket of his cloak to grab something, but he accidentally finds himself brushing past Draco's hand, which is on the bench beside him. Harry shivers from the touch, and his hand quickly jumps away and back into his lap. "Sorry," Harry whispers, ready to crawl into a hole of his own making. Harry feels Draco's breath on his face, as he assumes Draco was turned in the intention of looking at him. Not wanting to grab anything else in the process, Draco moves his hand to the rest. I don't know where this is going, so I just went right to my room. Draco moves his hand to rest on Harry's leg. The two sit there like that in silence for a good 15 minutes before the potion begins to wear off. In noticing this, Draco and Harry turn to look at one another. The smattering of red across their cheeks, brighter than the color of the potion that Hermione had been making. The door to the classroom suddenly opens and the two dart away from each other. "Harry!" Ron calls to him. "Snape says you guys can leave now." I think he mumbled something else under his breath, but the message still stands. "Let's go." Ron moves to grab Harry's hand, pulling him away from the bench. He looks over to Malfoy. who has his eyes on Harry's hand attached to Ron's and blushes, quickly averting his gaze and focusing on Ron. Okay, Harry says softly, slightly disappointed, as he always allows himself to be pulled away by Ron. For fuck's sake. Why do they have to put advertisements on this video? Cut it off. There you go. There you go. There you go. There. Good. Go away. Wait, what? Chapter 3. When did we go to 2? Okay. It was the next day, and classes had been running smoothly all day. Wait, what? Okay, so we did. I didn't know. I'm an idiot. Chapter 3. Later that night, Harry found himself in the library once again. Only this time, Ron had started off with Hermione, as he was all alone. The book that Harry had been studying from the night before had returned with the intention of more questions from it being answered. The sound of chairs squealing against squealing. I'm going to say squeaking instead. Squeaking against the floor of the library startles Harry, and he looks up to notice Malfoy is now sitting himself down. I assume this chair is free? Draco states bluntly, without any question in his voice. Yeah, totally available. Functional. Ready to be put into good use? Harry mumbles the last of his sentence, becoming slightly frazzled by the situation. Draco leans his elbow on the table in front of them, stares straight at Harry. So, did you want to work through these questions together, or what? Harry stares back at Draco, now completely dumbfounded. I tend to do these questions alone. They take me quite a while to figure out, so it annoys most people. That's why I study for so long alone. Draco's gaze softens slightly. You know, I could show you how to do the questions faster if you wanted. Harry blinks at the suggestion. Draco quickly snatches Harry's book and looks at the unanswered questions. You know, it's really not that hard if you just... Harry's eyes sting slightly with tears, and although he tries to swipe them away, isn't fast enough. And Draco notices. Hey, what's wrong? Draco was cut off by Harry snatching back his book, quickly departing from the table. Wait, what happened? I'm so confused. I'm so confuzzled. But again, I'm such a Draco as well. I talked like that. Hey, Potter, what's wrong? Draco is now almost yelling, and the other people in the library are beginning to stare. He gets up to follow Harry, but Harry is no longer in sight. Chapter 4. Harry is now back in his dorms alone. It is a somewhat comforting feeling for him, ruminating in his sadness for however long it lasts. Harry had begun full-on crying the moment he had crossed the threshold into his room. He couldn't help it. Draco basically made him look like a fool. Harry hated always being seen as the dumb one in the class, constantly picked on by teachers and made fun of by the students in... That sounded weird. The students in Gryffindor. In Slytherin, sorry. As much as Hermione and Ron might tell him that it was just something to ignore the pain of, it all sometimes got to him. He wasn't calling you stupid. He was just saying that you're probably looking at it wrong. It's how he said it. He's not like normal people like me, and he's like me. I say things that are just straight like, oh, you can do it. Like, I don't get to the point right away sometimes. Like, I say what I want, and then they're like, wait a minute, is that a threat? I'm like, wait, do I sound like I'm threatening people? I'm sorry. No, that was just, I'm telling you my side, and then I explain myself, and I'm like, oh, you came off slut running. I went, oh, now I read it back. Yeah. So I see where Draco was coming from and how Harry feels. Because it's sometimes I'm kind of like that type of person. And if I ever say that to someone in comments or to reply to something on the internet, you know why. I'm just straight to the point. Anyways. The pain of it all sometimes got to him. Harry in that moment decided it was probably best he spent the rest of the term studying in his room at night. He could still be there for Ron when he was needed, but the moments of solitude and awayness from other people might do him some good. Harry sighed and put his head in his hands. So maybe Draco hadn't meant to insult his intelligence, and maybe he had simply been trying to help Harry. Trying to help. Harry could see that now, as he needed his face in embarrassment. Needed as in like bread. You need bread, you know. You massage it. There you go. You need someone's back sometimes. Gosh. How did he manage to screw something up that quickly with Draco? If there even was something there. Was there? Harry cringed when he heard the sound of the door knock on his bedroom door. It's all good, Ron. You can come in. I'm all decent, Harry called out. I'm sorry to hear that. Came a different voice than Harry was expecting. Blonde? It was Draco. Harry's face was completely red. Sorry to hear. Clothes. You have clothes on, Draco said. Oh, right. So, what do you want? Harry questioned, his face still burning bright at the thought of Draco wanting to see him naked. Why did you run out on me before? Draco asked, softly sitting across from him on Ron's bed. I told you I don't like being treated like an idiot. No, he didn't. He said that he didn't like to be... he doesn't like to anger people with taking so long to study. Doesn't mean that he said he was an idiot. Just because I take a longer time than everyone else to understand what's going on doesn't mean that I need to be babied. Draco's eyes widened in shock as he dashed across the room to sit beside Harry on his bed. He reached over and grabbed Harry's hand, staring straight into his eyes. You're not stupid, Harry, and I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I just wanted an excuse to study with you, but I didn't realize how wrong I went about doing it. Harry was getting teary-eyed again. It's fine. I just need a moment. Harry stutters out. Draco reaches up hesitantly before wiping away one of Harry's tears with his thumb. Hey, so does that mean that you can teach me something instead? I heard that you've been doing well in Transfigurations class recently, and I need some help with our most recent assignment, Draco asked, smiling softly. Are you sure? I mean, I really wasn't kidding when I say that I'm not very good at doing all those questions and stuff. Draco squeezes Harry's hand before removing them from his own and reaches up and pokes Harry's cheek twice before exclaiming, Harry? Harry. The name is emphasized. I'm sure I don't know why you put yourself down like you do, but you are fine. Perfect, in fact. Although you probably don't want me to say so. Draco chuckles to himself. Harry blushes at the compliment, but says nothing. Hey, Harry. Harry blinks in confusion. Draco has called him Hey, Harry. Draco has called him Harry twice in the past 2 minutes. It creates a feeling of butterflies in his stomach. Draco. Draco's face darkens for a moment. Did you just call me by my name? My first name? Draco presses Harry. Say it again. Harry hesitates for a moment before whispering, Draco. Draco's eyes darken further, although this time it becomes clear to Harry that those eyes are focused solely on him. Can I kiss you right now? Draco asks, his gaze flitting between Harry's eyes and mouth. Harry stops breathing, and for a moment Draco hesitates, as if wondering if he has gone too far. But within a second, Harry has pushed his hands on the blonde's hair, and he had gotten to know as well from afar, and smashed his lips against Draco's. Chapter 5. Draco pushes back against Harry's lips almost angrily as the two fall back onto Harry's bed. Draco wraps his arm around the back of Harry's head and begin playing with his curls, playfully as he bites down on Harry's lower lip. Harry jumps slightly in shock but continues kissing, pushing himself further into Draco before they are squeezed against each other. Why did we wait so long for this? Draco sputters between kisses. Hold on a second. Where's my water? Son of a bitch! There's some. Where's my water? Having some technical difficulties. Son of a bitch. Haha! Sorry, I needed the water. Not because I was thirsty. Because I'm having a headache coming on. And it's due to me not drinking a lot of water. And I need to start doing that. Drink more water. Why did we wait so long? Draco sputters between kisses. I don't know. I guess I thought this was all in my head. Harry's pants. Okay. Harry pants. Okay. Hungrily sucking on it. Draco's upper lip. Draco moans, arching his back. Gosh, you have no idea how long I've wanted this. Draco sighs, now moving his lips slowly down Harry's neck. Harry moves his hands down Draco's pants and pulling at his belt, trying to take it off. Do you want to? Harry begins to ask. Fuck yes, Harry. I want you so badly. Draco moans, practically shaking already. See, this is the stuff I'm used to. Whatever the fuck that was in the Hermione story. I remember I've read Hermione before, but that, yes, I'm so far on my poll. You guys have said, let me see here, for the majority of everyone, you guys have said, yes to me redoing them. I might delete the old videos and then just redo the videos itself. So I might not redo the first one. The first one just fucked me over so bad. Yeah. Anyways, let's keep on going. Draco moves his own hands down to his pants and swiftly removing his belt buckle and starts to edge his way out of them. Could you be any slower? Harry laughs into Draco's neck, taking back over pants duty, quickly pulling the pants until they're at his ankles. Wait, I think we forgot to take off our shoes. Draco announces, now falling into tears of laughter. The two stop for a moment before sitting back up, Draco awkwardly pulling his pants back to their original position, although without his belts. So I guess we might have to call it for tonight. Draco chuckles. Harry following suit. I guess we should, Harry replies, now with a bit of disappointment leaking into his voice. Hey, Draco says, cupping Harry's cheek with his right palm. This isn't the end. We can do this tomorrow. The next day. All the next days, if you'd let me. Draco grins tentatively. I reckon I could get on board with that. Harry smiles back, but stands up from the bed quickly at the sound of the door opening. Hey, Harry! Ron calls out before walking in, noticing that Harry isn't alone, and in fact, with another person lying on his bed, without his belt on. Oh, Ron, he was just... Harry starts. Draco quickly jumps up from bed, his belt in his hand. He walks up to Harry, quickly kissing him on the lips, before whispering, I'll see you again tomorrow. Same time? Draco quickly departs the room, and Ron is left staring at Harry with his mouth hanging open. Did that just happen? Harry laughs and blushes, but shrugs one shoulder. Sort of, I guess. Ron stops for a moment before walking up to Harry and wrapping him in a big hug. I'm happy for you. Me too, Harry whispers. It's very unusual for there to be a Ron accepting story, which I kind of thought was kind of cool. What the frig? It's the end of the story. No! Come on, man. How many minutes am I into this? You know what? We're gonna do 2 stories. This is gonna be a huge thing. We're gonna do 2 stories, and hallelujah. Ready? I'm gonna pick it right now. It's gonna be a random one. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Magical encounter. And it's completed, and it has smut. And it's a 2 chapter. Let's try it. You know what? Screw it. Let's do this. According to, what was the description? Hold on. Go back. It's called A Magical Encounter Draco x Harry smut. When a mysterious someone locks Harry and Draco in a broom cupboard together, the turn of events that takes place is hardly what either of them expected. Smut! Exclamation point. Okay, here we go. This is the smiley face, and it's just to talk about it. According to all known laws of evasion, there is no way a bee should be able to fly, but it can. And so can Harry Potter. And don't worry, the smut is on the next chapter. Enjoy. Oh yeah, just in case you don't like the smut stuff, don't go any further. There's only smut here. So yeah. Damn, okay, here we go. You didn't get smut in last book? Now you do. A magical moment. Harry Potter marched angrily into the broom cupboard, wearing his mud-splattered Gryffindor Quidditch robes. His team had just lost to Slytherins after a long and painful match. He was quite obviously furious. Please tell me that the broom closet has a shower because, that's gonna be gross when he, like, literally does stuff in it. In mud. Covered in mud, and you're gonna do it. Wow. No one still wants to date me. But Harry Potter gets to do it when he's covered in mud. No matter what, he could, like, be the grossest person, but people would still date him. What's wrong with me? I get nobody. Anyways. He basically shoved his broom inside, growling at him to himself. Ugh, stupid Slytherins. They were cheating all along, he shouted, punching the wall in anger. With a single full swoop, he knocked over all the brooms in the cupboard, and he let out yet another yell of frustration. Sighing, he began to pick all the brooms up, since the rest of his team had already put their stuff away. There was nobody to help him. It took ages, and just as he was about to leave and finally get rid of his dirty clothes, none other than Draco Malfoy swaggered around the corner and stopped at the doorway, victorious and smirking like the smug little ferret he is. Or was. Having fun, Potter? Picking up all the ickle broomsticks after your defeat? Shut up, Malfoy, before I make you shut up. Oh, Potter, is that a threat or a promise? Malfoy, I swear to gosh, I mean it. Draco shrugged, shouldering past him and placing his broom up against the wall. Suddenly the door swung and slammed closed, locking with a loud click. What the hell? Harry exclaimed. He tried to open the door to no avail. Why won't it open? Let me try, demanding, shoving Harry out of the way and failing to open the door as well. He lifted his wand and pointed at the lock. Alohomora, he cast. But once again, the stubborn door wouldn't move a muscle. Oh no, I'm stuck in here with you, he cried out in utter despair. Oh, how do you think I feel, Malfoy? I don't care how you feel. I'm important one. I'm the important one here. Unable to control his anger any longer, Harry threw an anger-filled punch directly at Draco's pristine face. Draco dodged this just in time, then shoved Harry against the wall of the broom cupboard, toppling brooms that Harry had spent so long balancing. Unfortunately, Harry grabbed Draco's robes, pulling him down on top of him. The two boys fought on the ground for a short while, wrestling and scratching, but it all came to an abrupt halt as Draco's knee accidentally brushed against Harry's vulnerable crotch. Sorry, let me say that again. Against Harry's vulnerable crotch. That was very loud for earphone holders, and I'm sorry about that. But you should know me by now. I'm very loud from time to time. The dark-haired boy let out a glittering moan. Glittering? Is he like Cedric Diggory when he died? You know, like he became Edward Collins, the vampire. So is he glittering like that? Sorry. Oh, the stupid memes of that. I have to bring it up. Glittering moan. Spikes of pleasure shooting through his body as his nether regions were stimulated in ways he had never imagined. Draco stopped fighting immediately. He was so shocked by Harry's reaction and so tantalized. He never imagined that the stupid Potter boy could look ever sexy and inviting. He couldn't help himself, but scooted up a little, pressing his groin against Harry's already aroused area. Harry moaned once more, pressing a hand against his mouth to muffle the noise. Malfoy, what are you doing? He whispered breathlessly. Draco didn't reply. He simply reached out with a hungry hand and caressed his growing bulge in the boy's pants. The moan that came next was louder than before. Harry was definitely growing an erection. He felt so dirty and strange, but he still didn't do anything to stop his rival from touching him in his sensitive spot. Why are you doing this? Harry questioned. Draco just shrugged. You looked so sexy, I couldn't help myself. I had to touch you. The former dispute had been forgotten as the boys carried on with their first-time sexual venture. Harry kept moaning as his hard bulge was stroked, and Draco felt a hardening in his own underwear. He couldn't take it any longer. Draco pulled down Harry's waistband, bringing his quivering member into the cold closet air. The chosen one gasped as his, it's technically a word that is scientifically talked about, so his penis hit the cold and felt so embarrassed, completely at the mercy to the blonde above him. Draco clasped his hand over him once again and kept moving. Gosh, oh gosh, it was so wrong, but it felt so right. Ever so blissfully right. He wanted it to stop, and he wanted to pretend like it never happened, but he couldn't help but just lie there and let the Slytherin give him a hot and steamy hand job. Eventually, he started to feel a deep burning inside of him, which built on up until it exploded at the tip of his member. Splattering hot, I can say semen across Draco's body and face. Ugh, really, Potter? He groaned, but Harry was too deep in the ecstasy of his own finishing to notice the other boy's comment. Malfoy, this is wrong. We need to stop. But you're enjoying it. I'm not even gay. I don't understand. Draco ran a careful hand through his messy raven hair. I can't help it, Harry. I've wanted you for so long, and now I have you. I'm not going to let you go. Draco licked up the entire length of Harry's delicious, juicy member. How is it juicy? When I think of a juicy, I think of a turkey that's baked and it has juices coming out. Oh, shit. I get it now. Ew. Don't ever describe a person's member like that, please. Making the poor boy shiver with delight. After that, he slowly took the whole thing into his mouth, moving up and down, the tip hitting the back of his throat and almost going down it. Drake, he moaned. I ain't doing that loud. And jerking up on the floor. It just felt so good. He had to have more. I'm finishing. Again. The thick white liquid spurted out of the tip and slipped easily down Draco's eager throat. It tasted deliciously salty. Ugh. I'm not going to say something, but I'll admit it. It happened once, and it It felt like someone gave me a salty drink, but like put like half the salt bottle in, and I was like, I had to like eat mince for breakfast. It was just gross. Sorry, but then again, he was probably not the best person to do that. But then again, oh well. Salty and delicious at the same time. Ugh. The two of them, yeah, it was never sweet. I ain't admitting to nothing, but ugh. The two of them panted for a little while, but then Draco ripped down his trousers, exposing his gargantuan member to the groom. Oh no, it's gonna give me flashbacks to a raised effect. No! No. Harry gasped a little at his size. He had never expected Draco, of all people, to have such a large blessing. But it wasn't like he was complaining. I can't take it. Harry, please suck me off too. And this is the words I never thought I'd ever say. I need your hot mouth around my member, he begged, pleading with his shining silver eyes. Harry was scared, but nonetheless, he couldn't help but oblige. He sat up and grasped the thing with his hands, hungrily licking at the tip. He wondered how he would be able to fit the whole thing in his mouth. But he soon found out when Draco grabbed 2 fistfuls of his hair and thrust it in, shoving his member halfway down Harry's lustful throat. It took him by surprise as Draco started thrusting more and more, using his mouth as little more than a hole. He started using his tongue too, though, flitting around to develop more pleasure. He wanted to taste Draco's warm. Oh, jeez. He wanted so much. Oh, my goodness. He wanted to taste Draco's warm seed so badly. What? Okay. I need to cough. Eventually, a shot of the product blew out of the penis directly in Harry's mouth. It tasted mouth-watering, so good. How? Hi, Mom. Are you in the kitchen? Okay, good. He wanted more. He wanted more. Just plugged your ears. I'm just trying to read it. He want. Run, Mom, run. Okay, good. He wanted more, so much more, but Draco had other plans and other ideas. He pushed him back onto the ground, ripped off all his clothes with Harry's cooperation. Okay, sorry. I was like, what? I can't read. I'm going to fuck you, and I'm going to fuck you so hard that you scream, he whispered teasingly. Please. Jeez. Harry had learned to yearn further pleasure, feeling about another tightness inside him as anticipation grew. Draco positioned his semen slick penis next to Harry's twitching entrance. Oh gosh, whoever says this. No. Jeez. I'm a virgin. Please be gentle with me. I will. I'll be gentle. They lie. Liar. He stuck. Okay, good. Okay, I thought he was just gonna go for it. I was just like, ugh. Okay, first of all, no. Yikes. What? I just saw him scream, so I was like, oh my god. He stuck a couple of fingers into Harry's entrance, moving them around to find Harry's prostate. When he found it, he started dripping so much from pre-semen. Technically, it's the official term. Yeah. I have no saying to what's gonna happen. That Draco couldn't help but bend down and lick it all up. Don't know why I said that. You taste so damn good. Yikes, my dude. He probed the hole a couple of times, then slowly pushed only the tip in. Harry shrieked, tensing up and screaming all over the place. I'm not gonna scream this because my mom's home. I'm cringing, but at the same time, I'm just picturing someone who would actually perform this, and it's just funny to me because it's so awkward. Okay. It feels so good, he screamed. Please fuck me, Draco. We love stories like this. Hey, Love Potion was not an angel, let's just say that. Neither is Hermione stories, but alright, pickers can't be choosers. I'm gonna cover myself up with my Bible verse blanket. Actually, it has a Bible verse on it, so literally, this is sinning. Okay, whatever. Draco didn't need a second telling. Piss off. Not you. I'm talking about the cracker package. Second telling, he thrust inside him, pulling out, pressing on again and again. Every time he did, the head crashed against the prostate. Harry just kept getting louder, moaning and gasping and begging for more. Ugh, Harry. You're so tight. Draco, you're filling me up so much. I can't take anymore. He got faster, pumping the boy's thing very harder and harder. Then Draco had another idea. Carefully, he picked his wand up from where it lay on the floor, and with an utmost precision and speed, he inserted it deep into him. Whoa! Oh, it's one of those things. Whoa! Okay. Have you ever heard if you read Yowie, you know what I'm talking about. Into Harry's penis. People think they're drill bits. They're not drill bits. You will see what they are. Harry screamed in ecstasy, and the whole of his thing exploded with absolute pleasure. Oh, he's a masochist. Okay. So, supposedly it's very painful, so, well, I don't have a penis, so I can't tell you. With a violent assault in his tight virgin butt. There you go. Along with the deep intrusion of his member, climax was closer than ever. Draco, I love you. Oh, Harry, I love you too. Wait, what? Lust. I gave them over to shameful lust. I like to be given over to shameful lust. If you don't know where that's from, I'm sorry. You need to watch Ghost Story. Whew. They both finished at the same time. Harry's insides pumped full of hot seed. Which, while Harry's ejaculation was so hard that the wand lodged deep inside shot out into the air, which I thought, if you have that thing inside your thing, you can't climax. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the yowies lie, but whatever. As you can see, I'm into weird yowies, and I know what this is. That's very sad of me. Yes, it is. Shot out into the air and landed with a clatter a few feet away. Draco collapsed on top of him and pulled him into a tight embrace. Harry, I've loved you for so long now. I've wanted to fuck you for years. I'm so glad we did this together. Do you really mean that you love me? Oh, Draco. Yes, I do. I love you so much. The two of them moved closer, then kissed lips, meeting in a clash of love and lust. Can't get that thing out of my head. I'm still hard. Harry noticed. Me too. Wanna go again? Oh gosh, yes. Fuck me again, Draco. Fuck me again and again. Until night comes. As you wish. So they did, and the two of them had the Devil's Tangle, until the rest of the school had gone to bed. At which point they cleaned up, exited the broom cupboard, which had mysteriously unlocked. How? I need to know this. How? And they didn't tell a single person what had happened between them. And they met every day fourth at lunchtime to indulge in hot, steamy coitus in that very cupboard. Neither Draco nor Harry ever found out who had locked them in, but they both are glad that they did, as it had brought them together in the most magical way possible. And now they would never be apart. Yay! My first smut fic is done. I hope you like it. Ooh. I tried really hard on it, so I'm sorry if my writing is bad, but I tried my best. I'm gonna write more smut in the future. Please, give me a vote if you liked it, and follow me for more smut. Ooh woo. Well, that was pretty good. I mean, I don't know how physics work, but I don't think that's how it works. But hey, it's a story and it's fiction. I liked it. It was pretty good. Oh, whoops. Okay, guys. What time is it? How far? No, it's not time to end it. Son of a bitch. What is this one? This is my first story. Hope you liked it. Warning, this has boy x boy and girl x girl in it. This is a Drarry fanfic. Both Gryffindor and Slytherin houses play truth or dare. Ooh, okay. There's 4 parts and we got this. Oh, sorry. I wasn't done. Okay. Drarry. This is my first fanfic. I hope you... I didn't read the rest of the thing. Hold on. First story, I hope you enjoy it. Let me read the description. Or, I keep on forgetting to say the author's names, but I will put all 3 fanfics down below, so don't worry. This is just a Drarry day, so I finished my Drarry. I'm going to do another Drarry. Tomorrow, I'm going to redo my Erased Part 2 through whatever I'm going to get to the end of, because those mirror ones, holy shit, are okay. Warning, this girl x girl. If you don't like it, then click off. They kiss and swear. In my AU, or my alternate universe, they made a truce and they're best friends. Oh, cool. Characters used: Hermione, Ronald, Harry, Draco, Pansy, and Blaise. Ooh, perfect. Okay, it has all my favorite pairings. Okay. Okay, 4 parts. Truth or Dare, or Kiss or Swear, Part 1. Yay, my first fan fiction story. They know me so well. Okay. I like their picture. It's perfect. Okay. I'm sorry for the grammar errors I made making this fic. I did misspell some names, but I hope you enjoy it. Harry's POV. I was in the common room as Hermione came rushing in. Harry, do you want to play Truth or Dare, Kiss or Swear? She said she was really out of breath, but I said, sure. We were going downstairs as I saw Ron waiting for us. Hey, Harry, Ron said. Hi, Ron, I said. Then we hurried downstairs to make it on time. Nobody's POV, so pretty much third person. Where are they? They're taking forever, Draco said angrily. I don't know, Pansy said confused. The Gryffindors finally made it and sat down on the pillows that were on the floor. They were all in a circle. Harry, why don't you go first? Pansy said. Sure. Draco, Truth or Dare, Kiss or Swear? Harry asked. Truth? Draco said. Do you have a crush? Harry asked, thinking he didn't have a crush. No, Draco said nervously, a pain that suddenly he felt on his shoulder. Ow! Draco said as he put his hand up on his shoulder and held it. So you do have a crush, Hermione said. Yes, I do, Hermione, Draco said nervously. Okay, let's continue. Blaise, Truth or Dare, Kiss or Swear? Dare. Truth, well, this is Draco asking, but you kind of got who was asking. Blaise said, I dare you tomorrow, just yell in front of the Great Hall. That's dare you tomorrow. Just yell in the Great Hall. That's all I want you to do. Draco said, I'm gonna get detention. Blaise just said, worried. You have to do it, Harry said. Okay, fine. I will do it tomorrow. Blaise said, okay, I'll continue. Hermione, Truth or Dare, Kiss or Swear? Blaise said, swear. Hermione said, swear you will not read a book except for class books all week. Blaise said, I swear I will not read a book except the class books for all week, Hermione said sadly. Truth or Dare, Kiss or Swear? Part 2. Nobody's POV. Previously on part 1, Hermione got sweared to only read class books the whole week. Now it's Hermione's turn. Truth or dare, kiss or swear, Ron? Kiss? Ron said nervously. Kiss Blaze. Hermione said, no. Ron said. Ron suddenly felt a slight pain in his neck. Ow, 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 ow. Ron said, fine. I'll kiss Blaze. Ron said that as he was blushing. Ron stood up and walked over to Blaze. As he was doing that, the pain in his head started to get more and more painful. He sat next to Blaze and started to get closer and closer next together. Then their lips touched. Blaze bit Ron's bottom lip, asking for entrance, and Ron opened his mouth slightly enough room for Blaze's tongue to slip through his lips. Are they really making out? Hermione said, surprised. Yeah, Harry said. Guys, stop! We are still here, Draco said. Ron broke the kiss and went back to his pillow. Okay, it's your turn, Ron, Hermione said, with excitement. Okay. Harry, truth or dare, kiss or swear? Truth. Did you actually like Ginny? I did at first. Then I started not to like her, Harry said. Ooh, somebody gonna get in trouble. Trouble. Okay, screw off ads. We got a lip action and everything. Let's get going, my dude. Truth or dare, kiss or swear? Part 3. Nobody's POV. Harry's response was he did at first, but then started not to like her. Okay, my turn, Harry said with excitement. Pansy, truth or dare, kiss or swear? Truth, Pansy said nervously. Is it true you like Hermione? Harry said, smirking. Pansy blushes deeply. No. Harry looks over at Hermione. Hermione looks sad, Harry thinks. Pansy suddenly feels a pain on the right side of her stomach. Ow! Pansy says. Harry looks back at Hermione. Hermione looks happy again. Harry thinks. Fine. I do like her, Pansy says instantly. Hermione blushes slightly. My turn. Blaze, truth or dare, kiss or swear? Kiss, Pansy says. Did you just say that because you just want to make out with Ron again? Pansy says. Yes, Blaze says. Fine, kiss Ron then, Pansy says angrily. Ron starts blushing. Blaze stands up and walks over to Ron, starts making out with him. All right, guys, you can stop, he says. Blaze breaks the kiss and walks back over to his pillow. Truth or dare, kiss or swear, part 4. Nobody's POV. So it's Blaze's turn. Okay, now it's my turn, Blaze said in excitement. Truth or dare, Draco, truth or dare, kiss or swear? Truth. Who is your crush? Blaze asked. Pansy! Yeah, it's Pansy! Draco said. Suddenly he felt pain in his shoulder. Ow! Draco said as he put his... Ouch, I hit my leg so hard. Suddenly he felt his shoulder. Ow! Draco said as he put his hand up on his shoulder. Who is it? You lied. Draco and Blaze said. Draco said, he started saying. He stopped because his shoulder is getting more and more painful. Fine, it's Harry, Draco said. But before Harry could say anything, Draco rushes out of the room into the bathrooms after Harry quickly followed Draco into the bathrooms. They both finally stopped in the bathrooms. Draco, Harry said. Go away. Draco said. No, I'm not going away. Harry said, stepping closer to Draco. Please, Draco said. When Harry turned Draco around and he pushed him up against the wall and started kissing him. Harry bit Draco's lip against asking for entrance, and Draco opened his mouth for Harry to slide his tongue through to explore Draco's mouth. Draco let a few small moans out after that. Harry went down to Draco's neck, looking for the sweet spot, and Harry giving him a few hickeys. As he was doing that, Draco let out a few more louder moans, Harry knowing he found his sweet spot. Stop, Harry. We have to go back to the others, Draco said, making Harry stop. Fine, but we will continue some other time, Harry said with a smirk. Both of the boys were walking back to the room. Draco was trying to hide the hickeys Harry gave him. They both made it back to the room, and they both sat down on their pillow. Draco, what's that on your neck? Hermione asked curiously. Nothing, Draco said as he put his hand up to his neck. Are you sure it's nothing? Yes, I'm sure, Hermione, Draco said. Okay. Ow! I had to do that because he's technically lying, so he can't lie. So, there you go. The end. Thank you. Should I end it here, buddy boy? Yeah, should I? Yeah, let's end it. I know that you weren't expecting that there was going to be 3 different chapters, but I hope you enjoyed it. The 3 different chapters, 3 different stories. I hope you enjoyed it because, it's going to be fun. I wanted to have a fun time, and just that it happens that we need to let go of ourselves, right? And you know what? Thank you guys for watching. It was absolutely wonderful for you guys to be able to listen to my story, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe and put on push notifications so you're notified every time I post. And give me a big thumbs up, and comment down below which Drarry story series should I read next. If you have recommended a series in the past, remind me down below, because it could be a series that I have on my requested list. But if you haven't seen how many requested reads I have, is 131 requests. Different stories. And but the problem is that you may have requested it in the past, but it has been under a lot of lists of different things, and I want you guys to just speak up and say it. Do remember that I am accepting votes to be valid for the erased effect poll until tomorrow late afternoon. So thank you guys for watching. Give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. What was your favorite part? Which story was your favorite? I can't say my favorite was any of them because that would be picking favorites, and I'm not a big picking favorite type of person. But thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. What the frick am I saying now? Go follow my social media, which is going to be down below as well, and we can talk. I talk to people on there sometimes. I even do collabs usually on this day, or even Tuesdays. but it was a holiday yesterday, so it's not going to be up anytime soon. Sorry about that. But thank you guys for watching. It's people like you who are watching my videos that keep me and keep me not happy. Actually, yeah, happy to make videos for you guys. Some people, when you comment, I sometimes don't get to you in time. I found out that I didn't reply to people for 2 years, and I was so angry at myself because I didn't know there's this feature on YouTube Studios that I could find people I haven't even seen talk to me before, and I felt so angry. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do this for you guys, and I just wanted to say that if you need anything, contact me and let me know. And if you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. Because life isn't fair and it sucks from time to time. But I love you guys so much. Be happy, be healthy, always be loving. Don't judge others, and just stand up for yourself, no matter what. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.